It's James Holt back with another video. This is yet another little teaser for the upcoming dropshipping course. Today we're talking about a more advanced tactic. It's something that interests a lot of people, negotiating with suppliers. Now, before I even get into this, I'll say that you can save 10, 20, 30% on your product costs when you're supplying from Aliexpress by negotiating. However, I think this is an intermediate or advanced tactic that should not be used by people who are relatively new to this. Why? Because when you're new to this, there's a million things you need to learn, there's a million things you need to focus on, and negotiating with suppliers really isn't one of them. Because saving 20% on product costs is good, but it doesn't make that much of a difference. It's far more important that you figure out Facebook ads, that you figure out Instagram influencer shoutouts, that you create really good product pages, and that you select good products in the first place. Those are all far more important than getting a little discount, haggling with suppliers. I don't think this is a good use of your time, energy, focus as a beginner. You should only do this once you're really selling a lot of products and once it makes $200 plus a month difference, put it that way. So you have to be selling a lot of products before this makes a significant difference. Of course, the other reason why you have to wait until you're an established store selling a lot is because then you'll have leverage. You can go to the suppliers, say, well, I've got a proven track record. I sell 500 of your product a month. If you don't give me a discount, I'll go to your competition who has the same product and he'll give me a 50% discount. So that's how you negotiate. That's how you use your status as an established seller as leverage. So let's get into this. Like I said, you're going to be selling a lot of one to three products. Very few stores have tons of products that sell a lot. The way it works with Facebook ads is once you find a winner, you can scale that up. Not your whole store is going to profit from that, just those winners. So the few products that you have that are really good, that are successful, those you're going to sell a lot of, so that you then have leverage with those suppliers. Not with everyone, just with them. You have to remember that Aliexpress is a platform for these suppliers to, instead of selling their products in bulk, sell them to consumers individually. They've got good margins built in because there's a reason why they sell individual products to suppliers in Europe and the US when normally they just sell bulk. It's because they can make more money there. There's more profit margin when you sell to the end consumer directly. Now, you're not really an end consumer because you're the reseller or the dropshipper. So for you, they are then often willing to cut down on their price to keep your business. This is especially true if there are similar or identical products available by other suppliers on AliExpress. So if you were selling a product where you've got a choice of 2 or 3 suppliers, you've got a really good chance of getting a much better deal than the quoted price just by showing that you can deliver sales, by having a proven track record and asking for a better price, and also frankly just playing them off against each other ruthlessly. You have to be hard to negotiating. It's not a friendly business. You're not trying to be your supplier's best friend. You're trying to make money while they also make money. That's possible, but essentially if they get 20 cents more, that means you get 20 cents less. So keep that in mind when you're negotiating. It's a zero-sum business. What you win, he loses. Another key thing, a lot of people threaten to walk away. You have to realize if you're selling 1,000 of a certain product a month and you don't have another supplier for that exact product, and I mean an identical product, because similar products often don't sell as well. So if you don't have another supplier for the absolute identical product who is also reputable and also can provide the volume that you need, do not threaten to walk away because you won't be able to go through with the threat. Empty threats are transparent. I get them a lot on my own dropshipping stores. When a product hasn't arrived for 10 days, customers will threaten to sue. Everyone knows that's an empty threat. Empty threats don't work. You have to be willing to follow through with what you're going to do, because if you're not willing to do that, then you know that from the get-go, and so does the supplier. So it's not going to work as a negotiation tactic, and I just don't see why you would do it, because you just end up looking like a fool and shoot yourself in the foot for any further negotiation with that supplier. Next thing is, if you're good, if you do a good job, you've got sales, you've got to run a store that is successful, and there are multiple suppliers for this product. So you've got the perfect situation and somehow you manage to get a discount, say 20%, 30% off. Don't take it for granted. Don't work that into your profit calculations forever. That's the price you've got today. Doesn't say anything about the price you're going to get in 6 months. They can give you a discount if they want, but they can also take it away again. And this has happened to me, and the reason it happened was, one, I didn't sell as many of the products as I had promised because I overpromised based on only a week of sales data. So I'd scaled my Facebook ads, was doing really well for a week. Then I negotiated with these guys in Aliexpress, and after that sales went down a bit. So I was still selling the product, but they said, well, you're selling 50% less than you promised, so we're not going to give you that discount after all. So the other thing that happened, and the reason why I was in the first place allowed or offered a discount, was because there was a competitor. There was a second supplier on AliExpress that supplied the exact same product. Everything, it was absolutely identical, same images, same product, same quality, all of that. Now, that was fine until that supplier was no longer on AliExpress and there was only one listing for this product. So combine those two elements. First of all, not selling as much as I promised, and second of all, the competitor either going out of business or no longer selling on AliExpress for whatever reason. When you put those two together, they were then able to take my discount away, and I essentially standing there with no other option than to continue paying at the normal retail price on AliExpress. So I continued to sell that product. I spent a little more on it, not really a big deal, but just remember that as fast as you can get a discount, they can add it back into the normal price again. So that's about all I have to say on negotiating. It's really important that you don't spend your time on this when you're just getting started. You can save 20%, but honestly, if you figure out Facebook ads, you can 5x your income. 20% is not a lot in a business where making relatively small changes inside your ad settings can double the amount of revenue you make. So focus on what really matters, not on negotiating a better price until you're an established seller really making big numbers in sales. That's all I have to say for today. If you liked this video, found it useful, please do like the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel for more of these free videos, and also to be informed when the course eventually drops with a bunch of in-depth content just like this. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time.